Golden Blue Dude back with another video just for you, the college football fans. So if you are a college football fan, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. That's all we do here every single day. And don't forget to go ahead and check out our Patreon page. I call our Patreons the shot callers because they call the shots around here. Also, don't forget to check out our website, designed and created by Joey Foster. We now have 9 great writers, led by our 2 head writers, Michael Walker and Scotty B. the Baylor King. Guys, I'm in upstate North Carolina, Memorial Day weekend, having fun with the family. As you can see, I'm not even wearing my Golden Blue Dude shirt. I like it though. I think it's pretty cool. We are family. Some live in West Virginia, some live in North Carolina, and some live in South Carolina. I'm liking this shirt, so that's why I'm not wearing a Golden Blue Dude t-shirt. But I still wanted to get a video out to you. Of course, it's going to be a car video. Don't have my studio with me. Got to make a video whenever I can. And I want to talk about probably the cellar dweller of the ACC this year. Most likely, this is the team that's going to be at the bottom of the barrel. And if you think of conferences, teams that are consistently at the bottom of the barrel, for the Big 12, that would be Kansas. For the SEC, it would be Vanderbilt. For the Big 10, it would be Rutgers. Pac-12, right now it's Arizona, but that could be like an Oregon State or a Washington State or a Cal. That fluctuates. But this year for the ACC, and the ACC doesn't really have a perennial cellar dweller per se. I mean, Georgia Tech's been really bad. Duke's been really bad. Maybe historically Duke has been the cellar dweller. But I think this year it could be Virginia Tech. Hokie fans, brace yourself for a possibly disastrous season. But it's okay. I think you have a good head coach. It's just going to take him some time. Now, for the 2022 recruiting class, it was number 34. That's not bad. That's a decent recruiting class. But only number 64 in the transfer portal. Virginia Tech needs help, and they need help right now. So being number 64 in the transfer portal, that's what's going to hurt Virginia Tech this year. Now, next year, developing talent, having a good recruiting class, and the years after that, that's when recruiting helps. But as far as the here and the now, from a bad team to this year, transfer portal is the way to go, and you did not do very well in the transfer portal. In fact, Rashad Purnell, a highly touted defensive end / linebacker, has decommitted from Virginia Tech here recently. He's actually been committed for a while now and had an NIL deal, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But the interesting thing is one of the teams that's on the list for this guy, West Virginia. What if he flips over to West Virginia? That would not be good for Virginia Tech. So we know that Justin Fuente has kind of drugged Virginia Tech down. Now, starting off, he actually did well. 2016, finished season 10-4. That's pretty good. Then 9-4 in 2017, not bad. Then 6-7 in 2018. Bounced back here in 2019, 8-5. That bottom another year. But then he went 5-6 in 2020. And then finally in 2021, Virginia Tech had enough. After going 5-5, he was fired. Good decision, Virginia Tech. I will give you that. That was the right decision. So overall, Justin Fuente went 43-31, which is 58.1%. If that's at a Vanderbilt or maybe a South Carolina or maybe a Washington State or Oregon State, Cal, some of those lower teams, that's not a bad percentage. But that's not going to fly at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's used to being a little bit more successful than that. That's why I got the boot. Last year, Virginia Tech averaged 23.7 points per game. That was 97th. That was West Virginia bad caliber type of offense. And allowed 25.3 points per game. That was 55th. So a decent defense. Now their new head coach, Brent Pry, he is a defensive guy. He is the former defensive coordinator of Penn State from 2016 to 2021. And here's how his defenses did. In 2016, they allowed 25.4 points per game. That was 47th. 2017 allowed 16.5 points per game. That was 7th. 2018, 20.5 points per game. 23rd. 2019 allowed 16 points per game. That was 8th. 2020, kind of a letdown year, allowed 27.7 points per game. That was 55th. And then 2021 allowed 17.3 points per game. That was 7th. He's actually a pretty good defensive guy. So, he's going to be working on your defense. But Virginia Tech's weakness was on their offense. They don't know who their quarterback's going to be. I don't know how their quarterback competition is going right now. But they definitely need a competent quarterback to get them through this year. I just don't see it happening. I think Virginia Tech will have a decent defense, yes. But I think their offense is going to be horrendous. I don't think Virginia Tech is going to be a very good team at all. If Virginia Tech, listen to me, Virginia Tech fans. I'm being serious. This is not hate. This is not the rivalry talking. If you get to a bowl game, that will be an accomplishment for Brent Pry. That would be amazing, to be honest with you. So let's take a look at this year's schedule for Virginia Tech, and you'll see what I'm talking about. First game is at Old Dominion. I'm calling this a 50-50 football game. Old Dominion is not going to be a very good football game, but it is on the road, and Old Dominion has beaten Virginia Tech in the past at home with a bad team. That's a losable game, Virginia Tech. I'm telling you right now. Next thing, Boston College, 50-50. It is at home, so I think you do have the advantage. But I think Boston College is going to be a much better team this year. Do not sleep on Boston College. I think they're going to have a bounce back year, maybe 7-5, 8-4, something like that. Look out for the Eagles. After that, you get Wofford at home. That's a win. Then here's where your tough stretch starts. West Virginia at home. Yes, being at home will help, but West Virginia's defense better than Virginia Tech's. Maybe not that much because Virginia Tech has a decent defense. But West Virginia's offense is going to be much improved this year. Virginia Tech's not going to have a very good offense at all. That is a loss. Close loss, but a loss. After that, on the road to North Carolina. Sorry, Hokie fans, that's going to be a loss. They stay on the road to Pitt. Sorry, Hokie fans, that's a loss as well. Then they come back home to Miami, and by then, the morale's going to be down. The home atmosphere, not all that great. That's going to be lost. And Miami's going to be a lot better this year. That is a definite loss for Hokies. Then they finally get their bye week. A breather. 4 losses in a row so far. After that, at NC State. Make it 5. You're not going to go on the road and beat a veteran NC State team. That's 5 losses in a row. Not good at all. Then you come back home to Georgia Tech. Going to be a little bit better, but I think you're good enough to beat them. That's a win. At Duke. Duke is pitiful. That's a win. At Liberty. Could be a 50-50 football game, but I think Liberty's going to be the better team, and it is on the road. I'm giving this to the Flames. I think this is a loss for the Hokies. And then finally, the last game of the year, it is a rivalry game. It is at home. But Virginia, I'm telling you, Virginia's a sleeper in the Coastal this year. I think they will finish in the upper half, get to a decent bowl. I'm thinking 8-4, 9-3, so that's another loss. So at minimum, not counting the 50-50 football games, that's 7 losses right there. Yikes. Not good at all. So even if they split those 50-50 football games, you're looking at a 4-8 season. Look, even if it's not as bad as I'm predicting, now you know why I'm saying if you get to a bowl, that would be a minor miracle. So if things bounce your way and you can beat some people that you're not supposed to beat, let's say West Virginia home, the home atmosphere gives you a win. And then maybe that last rivalry game at home, Virginia, the home atmosphere gives you a win. That's how you get to 6-6. Because you're not beating North Carolina on the road. You're not beating Pitt on the road. You're not going to beat Miami, even if you played on the moon this year. You're not going on the road and beating NC State. And I don't think you're going on the road to beating Liberty. It's just not going to happen. Those are for sure losses. So maybe if you can win some of those swing games, or upset some teams, you can go 6-6, 7-5. But knowing right off the bat, you're most likely going to lose 5 games. So you got to figure out where you're going to win elsewhere. That's a tough way to start the season. And that's why I think Virginia Tech could possibly be at the bottom of the barrel for the ACC this year. This year. Listen to me, Virginia Tech fans. This year. I think Brent Pry is a great hire. Great hire. I would give that a B+, A-, something like that. I think he's going to have your defense rolling. It is going to be very, very tough to score on Virginia Tech in the future. He doesn't have the pieces right now. Virginia Tech needs to hit the portal hard, and they need to hit it fast because the season is coming. Less than 100 days, Hokie fans. You're running out of time. Got to hit that portal. Got to get some players into Virginia Tech so you won't have a bad season. Because right now, with the roster you have, I mean, people are decommitting, guys. Decommitting. That Purnell guy, he's been committed, I think they said like 11 months, something like that. I might be a little off on that, but you get the picture. It's been a while. Months and months. Had an NIL deal. Decommitted. That's a bad sign. Hit the transfer portal. Get some pieces that you need. Otherwise, this is going to be a very, very miserable season for Virginia Tech. And I bet you're kicking yourself in the rear end for letting Hendon Hooker go because that dude is going to be having a great season at Tennessee. Last year, he had a great season. It just didn't translate to wins. They finished 7-6. Hendon Hooker, I'm telling you, great quarterback doing great things over there at Tennessee. So if you'd still have Hendon Hooker, at least there would be a glimmer of hope. You don't have him. Hit the transfer portal, Hokies. That's your only hope. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think about this situation. Am I way off? Am I overreacting? Is Virginia Tech going to be better than what I think? That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next show.